We're not going there.
Okay.
Dude, actually, I will. I'm gonna get you out of the hot seat, Gerbs. I was reading a book. It's called Lost Connections. You know who Johan Hari is?
Mm-hmm.
He wrote a book about antidepressants. That's fucking crazy. Basically saying,
I mean, obviously you read it, and I have no idea,
half.
but I've been very against antidepressants and anti-anxieties for a long time.
really?
Yeah, they tried to give me antidepressants,
What do you think about that, Gerbs?
and I said, "Fuck that."
Yeah, I would be. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know enough about the subject. I do because I don't want to say that some people need some sort of medication. I think some people do, but I think that it shouldn't be as
Prominent. Yeah, dude.
As a current
It's
use,
like-
because-
So they researched it. So apparently there was this thing in England. It was, I forget what it was called. It was a metal rod, and they marketed it being like it helps alleviate pain. It's like we have this secret technology. We can't tell you what it is because people will copy it, and people were using it and it was working. Like that placebo effect is working on people. So there was a doctor who was like, he just wrapped metal around a stick and like was doing it, and people were like, "Holy fuck, my fucking arm works!" And they go out, and after like some time, the pain would return, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So they did studies on, because apparently the studies on antidepressants were done by the drug companies, and
What, that make them?
yeah, that make them
Yeah,
literally
yeah,
that
like,
make them.
oh, these work.
And what they don't do, there's a double blind placebo, whatever, the double blind test. What you're also supposed to do is do another control group that doesn't get any treatment at all. So you rule out the possibility of people just getting better over time. So when they got the information from like the Freedom of Information Act for like a lot of these studies, and it was like something like there's 100%, 75% of it was a mix of placebo and people just getting better over time, and there's like a 25% of people who had relief. And then when they followed that 25% of people over the course of the ensuing years, a huge chunk of them needed to up their dose after a year. So, and this is like, and then there was the guy who wrote Listening to Prozac or whatever it was called. He was like debating these doctors they were like, dude, as doctors don't want to not believe that like the brain's like a mechanistic thing of just like fix the parts, all that stuff. And then these guys were like, dude, we didn't want to believe this either. And the guy was arguing with him, even that doctor who was like a main proponent of like, no, like seriously, these things are like, people need these.
Yeah.
Which again, like you said, maybe people do, but dude, apparently like a huge chunk of it's placebo effect. Which is nuts. That's like, because they didn't, now like the data's out and everyone's just kind of like, because if you say that to someone on them, they get very, very angry.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck you, you don't understand. And it's like, because no one understands the serotonin theory. The low serotonin theory has never been proven. And they even did trials where they gave people things that lower serotonin, they work too. How fucked up is that?
It's wild.
It's crazy ass shit, dude.
I remember I was real fucking sad.
Yep.
And they were like, yeah, well, here's some antidepressants. And I was like, I don't want to take these.
Yeah.
Because when I'm happy, I'll be like, was that me or was this just pills?
Yeah.
Now, again, like you said, it's like obviously some people need them.
But there's no science saying that like
Sure,
it's
sure.
because of low serotonin. They
some
haven't
people
proven
need
that.
the placebo effect, at least.
But they don't. Again, it could do something. It is like an altered state, people
Yeah.
say, but it's apparently it goes away after like some time. Pretty fucking wild, dude.
Yeah. I mean, you were depressed because we talked about like the anxiety thing. I think I've gotten under control to a degree from this one book that I talked about.
The art not giving a fuck.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No. It's about like
Art of being a kick-ass woman?
No, it's the one where you go at the thing.
Sure,
so it's
sure.
like I'm always
Okay,
worried
yeah.
that I'm going to pass out. So then you go, I want to pass out. Make me
Fuck
feel
yeah,
more
dude.
dizzy and all this, and then it kind of abates.
Hell yeah.
But with the depression, I don't know the sort of the work. So like, and again, I'm not saying that would work for everybody
Sure.
regarding their anxiety. It works for me for whatever reason. But I don't have that workaround for the depressive stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know, because recently it's kind of been like, all right, what am I doing? What's the next thing? Like, what interests me? What do I need to be working on? And I can't, coming up like empty with that answer. And so then that's a very sort of, depressing answer.
It's funny because when I was depressed, the way I got out of it was I leaned into it. I was just like, yeah, fuck it. I'm a fucking loser. Let's get
sick,
nuts, dude. I was like, I'm at the bottom of the barrel. Fuck it. No one can do anything to me.
Dude, my thought is I think it's all, and I think The placebo effect, honestly, is scientific proof that most of it is just what story you're telling yourself every day. If you're waking up and you're like, I'm a loser, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know you're going to be depressed and fucked up. If you're just kind of like, damn, I'm on the fucking edge, dude, I have no idea what's going on tomorrow, this is fucking exciting, you'll feel better. A lot of it also is hierarchy based.
But let me ask you this then. What do you do, though, because this is a pushback that I would have, that when sort of an objective view of the facts would lead you to, if you get up and you tell yourself the narrative, like, I'm this and this great thing, but then you look at the facts and they don't align with that narrative. What are the facts, though? What's that?
What are the facts?
Well, the facts would be, certain things that just, no matter how much I would get up and say, like, oh, I'm...
yeah, you still have a fucking lizard tattoo.
Exactly.
You still look
That's
in the mirror.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, you also lean into it. Fuck it.
In terms of your personal
but that's
story...
What I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you lean? Because if you go, oh, I'm going to be this thing or this type of... I don't know. I don't really... I'm always like a jumbled mess when I try and articulate what I'm thinking about this topic. I feel bad.
That makes sense. Dude, here's my thing. With the antidepressants, the reason they're so popular is because they jive with our current mythology, which is scientism, where it's like, oh, our brain's like a fucking computer, and we need there's a certain balance of serotonin and dopamine. This is a story we all bought into.
Yeah,
no one fucking knows.
Gerben's a high priest of fucking scientism.
Well, the scientific method, and then there's scientism.
No,
there's scientism, which is the dogmatic belief in scientific principles that you just don't understand at all. That's what people do with that. That's our cultural milieu, is just kind of like, science rules everything. If a doctor says this, if a scientist says it, it's true. It's just a fucking high priest. Same thing. Especially with the brain stuff, because it's like, we don't know. No one has any fucking idea. 95% of the universe is missing. Explain it, Gerby. Where is it?
No one knows. That's why we don't go up there.
Exactly. But yeah.
But I'm telling you, that's why I think they're so popular. It just fits our current mythology. We're mythless.
Well, I think I think that the idea is that you want a solution to a problem that has not been remediated yet, so that you have this new thing, and then there is this idea that because a scientist says it, it's got to be true, but it's clearly failing to solve the problem for a lot of people. So now it's going to take a new thing, or better understanding of what the brain is.
Do you think you're depressed now?
Not now. I think I'm coming out of it. But yeah. And also, like, it doesn't...
Did doing stand-up help a little?
No, I think it made it worse.
Really?
Yeah, because, like, I hate myself after show. I have intense shame. I also don't see it as a...
All right, well, definitely stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate doing when I do shows. I feel shitty.
I felt shitty last night.
Did
but
you?
Normally I feel pretty good.
We have a different stand-up style. Like mine, if I do okay, it's because I have to get this whole... There's so much other... stuff that has to come with it insofar as like, oh, that's it.
But back to the depressing thing, I think leaning into it's the best
I think
case
so too.
again. Like again, I was fucking real fucking sad. I was like 320 pounds. I had to live back at my parents' house. It fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Then I was just riding around my hometown just like, I'm fucking untethered, dude.
It is pretty
out
tight,
here.
yeah.
I can do anything. That's
True
when
that.
I started doing stand-up. I was
True
just like,
that,
I can do
yeah.
anything I want. I'm a fucking loser. Who cares? That's when I went back to the gym. Because for a while I was like embarrassed. Because I would go to the gym and I was playing football. I was like big.
Yeah.
I went back to my personal trainer I had.
Damn, dude.
And I was like, fuck it, dude.
Yeah.
Let's just do these workouts again.
That's pretty
I was doing
sick.
box jumps and shit. I was like falling and cracking my
Damn,
fucking
dude.
leg. And I was like, fuck it.
Dude.
I was too embarrassed to go back to the gym because I still had like that pride.
Sure.
Like, I don't want people to see me looking like a loser and falling and doing box jumps
Damn,
and shit.
dude.
Then eventually I got to a point where I was like, oh, fuck everyone.
Exactly.
Fuck everything. And then you went back and did it. And then I wish I still had that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what happened?
You lose that.
Yeah.
You lose that.
Your
like,
edge.
once you're depressed enough that you don't care, it gets you out of it. And then you're back to caring about what other people think.
Yeah,
and all that
true that.
stuff. Yeah.
Or you kill yourself.
Or you fucking kill yourself, and then you really don't care. No. And then you're actually like, yeah, fuck it.
No, that's my thing. And I'm telling you, it's the way you frame it. If you're the way of like, so if I have like I just cycle through, like, I'll get a little depressed, I'll get like slightly manic for 3 days, and it'll come like monthly, bi-monthly, and I'll just kind of like, when I'm down, I'm just like, fuck, god damn it, and I'll just be like, whatever, and I'll just do my little thing, and then, eventually just come out of it. But if I were to be like fully engaged, like, oh, like, is this type 1, type 2 bipolar, once you start doing that, you buy into a whole other thing where like, now I need medication, now I need this, now that. Exactly.
If I read something about like manic depressive, it's like, oh fuck, I have that.
Oh, for sure. If you
like
read
yesterday on the way home from New York to Philly for this show, I was so hyped. I was like, this is gonna be fucking great. And then like an hour before the show, I was like dead tired.
See, that's
felt
not
sick.
that's
I was
not
like,
bipolar.
I hate this.
Bipolar is a period of mania for like 2 weeks. You have to have like a seven. You have like a solid 7 days where you're just like fucking pyramid scheme, like and then you hit the wall.
No, I just meant I was manic. Like,
oh, you're swinging.
Like yesterday, I was full on. Like, I'm so fucking excited for tonight. And then I got home and I was like, I'm tired. I don't want to fucking do this show.
Yeah.
And I got to the show, just didn't care.
That's true. That's stand-up too, man. Stand-up is like the most manic fucking endeavor in the world.
It's insane.
You leave an open mic and you're like, oh, I'm the fucking best.
Yes.
And you're just back the next morning. You're like, Mom, it's like 11:30. You're like, oh, all right, I'm going.
Yeah. Can I get like $20? But yeah, and that's exactly what happened yesterday. Friday I had a fucking great night, and then Saturday, sold out show. I was doing 40 minutes. I was like, this will be fucking sick.
Yeah.
Showed up, mailed it in. Average fucking
You're
set.
living and dying by the fucking crowd, bro.
Furious, dude.
Really?
As soon as the set was done, I was like, fuck.
Dude, I'm telling you, my big thing is you have to, the personal narrative you tell yourself. There's the overarching one about you and your culture. Like, what's the whole point of this? Where are we going with it? Like, when you're in like a hunter-gatherer society, it was like everyone was on the same page. Everyone was chilling. So it was like a little, again, it sucked because you didn't have electricity and stuff, but mentally, the mental disease was so fucking low because there's nothing really to buck out of.
Maybe.
Well, we don't know.
No, they've studied the cultures. They say like they don't really, depression, anxiety and shit is like pretty low comparatively.
Well, they didn't talk about it.
No, they've went and studied. They had hunter-gatherer societies that that were still around
now.
that we studied. Yeah, and it's just like, it's not really like that. Even the idea of boredom didn't come around until like the 1800s. It wasn't even a concept. Think about that.
I don't know.
Think about that, Gerbs.
Yeah.
What you think about that?
I don't know. I bet people were bored.
Yeah.
Apparently, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, they were definitely.
There wasn't a word. There wasn't a word for it.
So
It was just guys being like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah. But well, my pushback again though with your narrative idea though is like, what if that's not true? So like, imagine somebody getting up that just wants to be a comedian, let's say, and then they go, okay, I'm getting up, and it's like, I'm this comedian, I'm working towards it, but some people just don't have it.
Sure.
Yeah, that's fucking horrendous.
Yeah, I mean,
to watch.
But so at what point then does that person then go to their, let's say, family or friends, and they go, yeah, like, I'm depressed because, like, this, it's not working out for me with comedy or what have you. And then they'd say, well, either like tell yourself a narrative or you got to, just keep going because you don't know. And it's like, but look at an honest appraisal of the facts, which is that I've been doing it for, however long they've been doing it and it hasn't improved.
Well, yeah,
anything.
The given's being honest with yourself. I'm not saying like delude yourself.
That's what I'm saying then.
Yeah.
Is like, what do you do with this honest appraisal of it? And there's like, so for me personally, what I'm noticing at this, age is like, there's an average way that my brain responds to certain things, and I hate it.
What do you mean?
They had this like, there was like a study that they did about how pilots landed on an aircraft carrier, and they were trying to see, hey, if they landed poorly, if you give them positive or negative reinforcement, would they do better next time?
Yeah.
Right? And then if they landed really well, same thing. You'd give one group positive, one group negative, and you'd see, how does this affect everything?
Yeah.
And what they found is like, if they landed really well, regardless of positive or negative feedback, they always landed worse the next time. If they landed really bad, regardless of positive feedback or negative, they landed better the next time. And what that was regression to the mean. That's like the term. Or regressing to the average. They had an average way that they landed. So if they did bad, they were probably going to do better next time.
What was the sample size?
I don't know. And so this could be bullshit.
Can't
This could be
talk
bullshit.
studies
It's social
about sample
science. It could be
size.
bullshit. My point, though, is that I feel like that's the way I notice my brain responding to certain things. And I don't like I have that as much as I would try to move my head out of it.
Sure.
to be like, oh, don't, especially coming back to stand up, let's say, it's like, you're not going to feel shame, you're not going to blah, 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 and then it's just like, wham, right
Shame.
back to it.
Yeah.
And other aspects of my life. So that's what I think that when I'm talking about sort of like an honest appraisal of the facts, it's like, this is how my brain is responding to these particular stimuli. I
Sure.
don't like this. What the fuck
I don't
am I
know.
gonna do?
It sounds like you're way like so I'll do a set like last night. I felt shame as soon as I got done. I was like, why the fuck did I do that?
Yeah.
But that's the fucking battle. That's like whatever you're doing, not just stand up. Like if something happens and it sucks,
Yeah.
it's like get the fuck up.
Yeah.
Do it again. Do something else.
That's
That simple. You don't have to sit there and be like, well, how's my brain responding to this stimuli? I need to change that. It's like, no, just fucking keep fucking rolling, dog.
Yeah.
Well, I'm working on it. That's why I got this other thing that I'm doing.
But I don't think it's like a end all be all, but I think it's very, very important what people tell themselves every day. I think more important than most stuff that people think or read or do.
Right.
If you're waking up every day and you're just like, this is fucking pointless. Even like somewhere in the back of your head, if that's rattling around, I think it's like almost like your diet. Like if you're consuming nothing but like negative thoughts about yourself, even if you're lining them up to like objective reality, which is like, who gets to say what that is? But it's like, although I'm not against that, but I still think it's like really important and people don't think about it. I think if you're constantly ingesting negative thoughts, it's like eating like Burger King every day for your body. So.
All right, so you got bullied by a retarded guy?
Yeah. What? Yeah. I apologize if that got too...
No, how'd that go?
What's that? Bullied by...
Retarded guy used to beat you up.
Oh,
Right?
you're pulling out of this stuff?
Yeah, we were on it. We want to keep going. That was a good... let's end it right there.
We can jump out.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. If there's more to say, I'd like to hear.
No. I feel bad if it's not
No,
funny.
who gives a fuck?
No, we're just bullshit.
Yeah.